Well, hey there guys, and here we are again with a new GoPro adventure. I had to go searching in my archives to find some GoPro hunting stuff, which I hadn't shown you guys because with the whole coronavirus thing, most events are getting canceled. So for the next couple of weeks, it's looking kind of dry. There's no flea markets happening, no toy conventions, nothing like that, but I'm gonna keep providing you with the content you need. So this was actually shot over at Pixel Day last year. We were able to get in really early because we had a booth out there, popped on a GoPro, and I just started buying stuff.
Chanter, c'est combien? D'accord. Ça va. There you go.
So yeah, I actually picked up this Nintendo Player magazine. This one is in Dutch. Main cover is about the Aladdin game. Pretty good game, and also a very good Genesis variant. In the Genesis version, you get a sword. Over here, you just get to throw apples around, but still cool. So this one has, you know, like Mega Man 4. It's got Jurassic Park in it. And it's just really cool to look back, check back through these magazines, and relive some of that nostalgia. They're not as big as, you know, a Nintendo Power or anything, but still cool to have and add to the collection. I think I paid €3 for this one. Over at the same booth, they actually had a Switch game I was looking for, and yeah, even a year later, I still haven't opened it up yet. This is a limited run game, Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. I still have to play the other Shantae game I have, but I was like, hey, this looks cool, and it was €50, so that seems pretty okay for a limited run game, which I'm never gonna get my hands on otherwise. Then I picked up Ultima. Which one is this? This is Ultima False Prophet. Got a really cool cover on there. The Ultima games are usually some type of an RPG format, so this one was only €10. It is the NTSC version, of course, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna grab this for 10. That's definitely a go for me.
How much is that one? 50?
It's new.
It's new inside the box, but the box is a bit, can I have a look?
Yes. Yeah. We have an old toy store in our town.
Oh, okay.
You have it on the window.
Yeah,
For
it's
20 years.
sun faded and a bit.
Same with the crest.
Yeah, okay. Alright.
On one side it's open, and when you look inside...
Oh, it is open?
Yes,
This one,
side, but
okay.
it's completely new.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Someone stinking up Quigley Field. Lawrence Limburger. Non-stop biker mice action. Is this place cool or what? Biker mice from Mars. Quigley Field scoreboard playset. Figures and bytes each sold separately. You put it together. New from Galoob.
Only the box is not so good. But it's the box.
But it's still okay. I mean, it looks terrible.
20 years old, 25
Yeah.
years old. So it's hard to find.
You know what that means.
How much is it? 40.
Merk hem niet meer door.
Clash a demon here. And the last starfighter. Pak er maar even. I don't see any prices on it.
30 piece.
30 a piece? Okay. Can you do these two for 20?
Yes,
Yeah. 20 pence? What?
And of course, me and Renzo were just walking around, and we ended up in the other room because there's actually 2 rooms over at Pixel Day. Unfortunately, this year Pixel Day had to cancel. They're resetting the date to somewhere in September, and they were supposed to have 3 rooms this year around. There's so much cool stuff you can find out here. There's also some cool toys out there to be found. They had some nice TMNT mutations that were, you know, the Japanese versions, which I had never seen before.
Turtles! Mutation!
There were some other carded turtles, which I should have probably picked up. And then in the other room, we hit up a vendor that we kind of bump into every once in a while, and he has really good stuff. Renzo pulls out a baggie of Virtual Boy games, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is what I've been looking for. So I ended up picking up these 2 games and picking up the Japanese versions of Tetris and I think Bomber Panic. It's kind of like a Bomberman game.
It came from the 3rd dimension.
But it ain't Jag Bros, no. These are both just puzzle games, which is still pretty good. Tetris is basically just Tetris, it's not the 3D one. This one is kind of like a Puyo Puyo game. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with that. Actually, I'm not sure if I'm familiar with that. Okay, so that's what that's like. Hey, so I added 2 more Virtual Boy games to the collection, and I couldn't be happier. They even came with this, like, little cappy thingy you put on top of there, and then they're even more protected than they normally are. It's very hard to come by here because the Virtual Boy didn't get a release out here.
Can you do 15 on it? I'm taking the other one.
And then we were pretty much at the end of our tour before the event opened up, and I found one more thing at, like, I think the last boot we hit up. And that was this Mega Drive version of the Lost World. Now, to some people, this is like a gem. At first, it starts out kind of like the NES version where it's just a top-down and you have to go save the dinosaurs, but it gets mixed up with some boss levels where you're actually, like, riding a motorcycle and you have to, like, shoot at a raptor and stuff like that. So, definitely, like, visually pretty good. It had a €20 price tag on it, but the guy and girl behind the counter, they were like, yeah, okay, I'll do the haggle with you, you can have it for 15. Game didn't come with the manual, but it is the game I wanted, so I'm pretty glad. It just sucks that somebody took a Sharpie and he, like, colored in the dinosaur on the cover. That's so weird. So weird. But anyways, it's the game I wanted to play, so I mean, the condition could have been better, but it's not a deal breaker for me. And then, guys, I picked up some more stuff over there, but this I couldn't find back on my GoPro. Like I said before, it was a year ago. I obviously haven't kept all the footage I record, so this was a Nintendo Entertainment System book, kind of like a manual for €2, black and white, no real pictures in there or anything, but, you know, it's just codes and stuff. Then I got one thing that I was actually looking for, and it's the first time I find it at a decent price. This is Incantation. It's kind of like a platforming game where you like this little dude with a staff and you know, shoot lasers to all the enemies and stuff. There's like different warp zones within the levels because you have to search for some feathers. And once you get all those feathers, then something else happens. Visually, very stunning game, really cool graphics in there. Sometimes a bit creepy, but I like that. So I think I paid 25 or maybe even 20 for this one. I think the NTSC release is like a really expensive game. I know box, this one goes for like 300 to 350 euros. So I was like, yeah. 20 euros? Yeah, I'll take that one. Also picked up 2 more NES games. This is another Ultima game. This is Ultima Exodus. This one was just 15 euros. I don't think it's too expensive, but I actually have the box for this one. And it came with the manual, so that was pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Let's pop that there. And also picked up a RPG. Yeah, Ninja Brothers, or Little Ninja Brothers, is actually a RPG for the NES system. And this is the USA variant. It's a bit more, it's a bit cheaper than if you want to get the PAL version of this game. So I was like, yeah, okay, I'll grab this one then. It saves me from having to buy like a PAL game that's way overpriced compared to this one. RPG wise, it's, you know, like a top-down, like a Zelda, and it changes up with kind of like fighting levels as in you were within Zelda. So I hope the visuals I'm popping on over here will help you figure out what I'm trying to say here. And over at another boot, I actually found one more Virtual Boy game, another Japanese one. This one came with the box, and I guess this is T&E Golf or something like that. It's basically just a golf game. Not much more I can tell about that. And this one was 15 euros. It is complete with the manuals. Of course, everything's in Japanese, so I can't really explain too much about that, unfortunately. That was it for this little show and tell. I hope you enjoyed all the GoPro footage. I do have a couple more of these episodes where I can go back in time and check out stuff I didn't release yet. But you know, with the coronavirus locking down all the events and people gathering, I mean, I'm gonna stay home and I'm just gonna do videos, but I hope they bring you like live footage of me picking up stuff. So hopefully you guys will have something to look at. I will see you in the next video, which is gonna drop this Thursday. Stay safe during these corona times. I hope to see you guys soon at an event when all this is over.
Love and peace.
Bye.
Niet eens wie dat de Cowboys zijn.
De Dallas Cowboys, dus het favoriete team van Homer Simpson.
Altijd maken. En de False Prophet. Een zoelke. Een zwoele zoelke.